Welcome, Thunderbird Nation, to the Thunderbird Coaches Show. I'm your host, Jon Smith. I'm joined by the leader of the Thunderbird football team, Coach DeLane Fitzgerald, and we have special guests, plural. We got Jordan Jefferson, Braedon Wissler, Targhee Lambson in the house. Boys, welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, you bet, man. Hey, it's a beautiful day here on the campus of Southern Utah. You guys have fresh faces. You got a little energy going. We went down to Stephen F. Austin there in Nacogdoches, Texas. That's a mouthful. It sounds like nachos. I don't know, but Nacogdoches is actually a really cool place. Been there a couple times now. A nice town, just north of Lufkin. We stayed in Lufkin, Texas. Very hospitable, nice folks down there at Nacogdoches. But much like when Stephen F. Austin ran for the president of Texas, the Stephen F. Austin Lumberjacks were not successful on Saturday against our Thunderbirds, and we secured our 5th win of the season. That's 5 out of 7, and we completed the sweep of Texas. So that's Abilene Christian, Tarleton, Stephen F. Austin. We got them. We're collecting them all. So, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your trip down to Stephen F. Austin and how nice it is to get that sweep of Texas this year.
Yeah, John. Hey, normal Texas trip. Buses didn't show up when we landed, so we went from there. Just everything on par for the course. A smooth trip. And you're right. We stayed in Lufkin, about 20 minutes south of Nacogdoches, and the people there were very hospitable. The food was good. Hotel was great. But we landed, did our normal routine, which is walk through, dinner, team meeting, position meetings, offense, defense meetings, and then got a great night's sleep. Got up in the morning and got breakfast, and then the guys had a couple hours of downtime, and then we had our pregame meal and went and played. John, good trip, really, really good trip. It's hard not to smile. It's hard not to smile when you make those long trips and get a victory.
Yeah.
Winning college football games is hard. It accentuates when you're on the road. It gets a lot harder when you're on the road.
And the buses don't show up.
That's a norm around here.
It is.
It is to be expected.
Yeah.
But guys stayed focused and we played hard this weekend.
That's awesome. I got on the wrong bus, so I ended up coming with you guys over to walkthrough.
No, you got on the right bus.
Now you're right. I got on the best bus. So we went over to watch walkthrough, and it was I've been through walkthroughs before years in the past, but this was my first one. There's a focus, there's a determination, and there's a few different formations that I hadn't seen. The direct snap to Grady with the pitch option over to Isaiah. I hadn't seen that yet this year. It looked great, by the way. It worked in the game, got a few yards on it. It's just you guys came to play. You got off the plane ready to smack some people, and that's awesome. Let's actually break down the game. Little bit of a slow start, interception right off the bat. There was some challenges. There was a fumble early. I mean, we didn't really get that quick jump. Let's talk about the first half, and then let's talk about what was even better, the second half.
Yeah. A fan watching it would say slow start, but we started fast on defense and special teams.
Okay.
Really good on defense and special teams to start the game. Our offense was what was a little bit sluggish to come out. A little ironic. We've got a stable of running backs here, offensive guys to talk about that. John, we were sluggish on offense the first quarter and then really got it going after that. The last drive of the first half, drive down, score a touchdown, and then we were lights out in the second half on offense. Defense was a little bit of the flip. Our defense played really well the first 3 quarters and then lost a little focus and intensity at the end of the game. Don't mind the last touchdown because we got a bunch of young guys in there.
Yeah.
Young guys in there running around, playing hard, getting some experience. So you don't really mind that one at the end. The one before that, we're up 30-some points. We kick off to them. They go 3 plays, 7 points. unexcusable.
Yeah.
It can happen. We've got to stay focused for 3 hours. Got to stay focused for 60 minutes.
All 4 quarters.
All
yeah.
4.
About the defense, we had that sudden change we talk about really quick right off the bat, interception, and you guys kept them out of the end zone, right? I mean, I think they got a field goal there, but we'll talk about how it's like coaching that sudden change.
Yeah, the first interception that we threw, they got no points off of it, so no harm, no foul.
Was
there.
it the fumble they scored?
The
Maybe
fumble.
we just
We'll let Braedon walk us through the fumble and how it happened and why it happened. We'll let him explain that one to us.
That's not nice.
In the stat book after the game, it had on Stephen F. Austin's defensive stats, it had forced fumble, Braedon Wissler.
He probably didn't even see it coming.
Oh, he felt it.
He did feel it.
He felt it coming.
Yeah.
Anyhow, and everybody out there, inside joke.
Yeah.
But they got the ball deep in our territory off of the fumble, and our defense bulled their necks and played really, really hard, forced them to a field goal attempt, which is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
John, in those situations, that's a win, and it is demoralizing. Stephen F. Austin gets the ball on our 25-yard line. They only get 3 points out of it. Yeah, it's a sign of things to come for their offense the rest of the night.
Yeah. So the defense started quick. They played well. Offense was kind of scored on the going into half. Great touchdown, great throw, by the way. Number 12 has been bringing it all season. But Justin Miller threw it up to Isaiah, who made another. I mean, the guy's got hops. He jumps early, too. That's one thing I see. He's up in the air early and came down with that one in the corner of the end zone with only, I think there's 25, 30 seconds left in the half. So those long drives that you score going into half are awesome. What happened at halftime? Any speeches? Did you rally the troops? Everyone focused? Give us the little halftime look into.
Yeah, you go in and you make your halftime adjustments, and you're tweaking, and obviously every week you get a different wrinkle on offense, different wrinkle on defense, special teams from your opponents. So you go in and make sure that you're okay with the wrinkles in the second half. But after the adjustments from our coordinators and coaches, our rallying cry was, "Who loves football?"
Yeah,
you're up 10-3. The team that loves football the most over the next hour and a half and loves football enough to play hard and give all of themselves for the next hour and a half is going to be successful. We came out of halftime, John, and rolled.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, as a fan, it was awesome. Let's break that down. I think they received the kick, defense bowed up again, and then it was just lights out from there. Yeah, offensive line played great, receivers played great. We had a 100-yard rusher. We had touchdowns. We had everybody doing their thing, right, when they were called upon. Whether you had 2 touches or 5 touches or 20 touches, everybody was out there balling, showing that they love football.
Yeah, you're right. The offensive line played extremely hard on Saturday night, and then these 3 guys running. And it is demoralizing for a defense when you're getting the football run on you, but it's especially demoralizing when you're a defender and you're in the right spot and guys just run through tackles. These guys making people miss and running through tackles. A lot of fun. I'm a run game guy. A lot of fun to just stand on the sideline with your arms crossed and watch.
Watch your guys run through someone's face.
Yeah, now they have to show back up here on Sunday and listen to me talk to them about, hey, one more. If you run through one more tackle, you're all going to score.
Sure.
We're going to score on every run play.
Yeah. Isaiah Wooden went for 4 touchdowns. Our man Braedon Wissler here added 1. Cade Bowering added 1. That's kind of nice for the freshman to come in and represent the Juab Wasps, a Utah kid. Braedon representing the Bingham Miners. I love that our Utah kids are out here. I mean, not that everybody's important, but it's great when the local high school kids come in.
Just tell the truth. You're partial to the Utah guys. Just say it.
Sitting in front of Braedon, I am. It depends on who's sitting next to you. But it was Snow College. We got our Utah guys, and we're Southern Utah University, so we want to highlight all the goodness in Utah. But yeah, Justin Miller again, just throwing it all over the yard, touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Running game got going. Just loved it. After the game, look, as a I don't even know what you'd call me, a host of a podcast. I'm not like a broadcaster or anything like that. This is all off the cuff.
Super duper fan.
I would say a fan. I like that.
There you go.
As a fan, it was really cool. I had lots of people, lots of people's families come up, say they watch the show, that they love Monday night at 6 o'clock when the show comes out. That warms my heart, first of all. Second of all, it also makes me feel like, hey, there's something good going on here. People are tuning in. They're trying to see what's going on with SU football. It's excellent. I maybe in the shout outs, if we have time, I know we're on a quick schedule, I'll mention some people, but it's great when they come up. It shows me that people care, that families that are behind these athletes care about the young men and about their success on and off the field. So shout out families of the players. I think we need to change gears. That was a great game. Any other thoughts, guys? You can jump in if you want, Jordan. You're over in the corner. I can't even see you. I know you're there, though. I know you're there. I like that you're representing the Jordan Jefferson shirt. Just in case you get lost and you can't remember who you are, you got your shirt there. Any other thoughts about the game? Anything that stood out to you young men?
John, great football game. We played really well. We beat a good football program, good coaching staff, good players. We're happy about that. But again, win or lose, we're going to put it to bed in 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
We put Stephen F. Austin to bed yesterday, and now it's on to Dixie.
Cool. All right. Well, that's a nice segue. We got Dixie this week. We're going to talk about them here a little bit later in the show. But right now I want to highlight one of our sponsors of the Coaches Show, and that's the Warehouse Bar Plus Kitchen. We know that they are world renowned now, that people come from all over the country and the continent to join Reggie and his crew down there at the Warehouse Bar Plus Kitchen. Just tasty food, great drinks. If you want to know a little more about the Warehouse Bar Plus Kitchen, it's fun, it's laid back. They got great events there. Go out, follow them on their socials, their Instagram accounts, things like that. To keep to kind of keep plugged in on the latest info, the specials they have there, the events they do. They do a great job. So just keep plugged in. That's the Warehouse Bar Plus Kitchen, proud sponsor of the Thunderbird Coaches Show. We got three gentlemen here with us in the studio. There's us two and then three gentlemen. Why don't you introduce, let's go this way to this way, the young men that are around you, and then I'll ask them some questions, get to know them a little better.
Sure. Got to my left, Targhee Lambson. Targhee is a Utah product that you have ignored so far. Today.
I shouted him out. Snow College. I did it.
Targhee,
Check the tape.
I know where you're from.
You know.
I know where you're from.
We're going to get to it.
I've got you back. Targhee came to us this year from Snow College. That was a good running back in high school, was a good running back at Snow. We were fortunate to get him this offseason. Has done a great job for us on and off the field. Good person, good football player. Happy to be his coach. To my right is Braedon Wissler. Braedon's now finishing up his second season with us. Braedon transferred in from the University of Utah, a Bingham product, as we pointed out earlier, and you've acknowledged that he is from Utah. But Braedon does a good job for us, sets the tone in practice for the effort and the intensity that we're going to bring to football. And then to Braedon's right is Jordan Jefferson. Jordan is from San Diego, California. Jordan was here when we got here.
Moreno Valley, California.
There you go. Same difference.
Moreno Valley?
Yeah, same thing. Hey, is that Southern California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it down now. Southern, Central, Northern. Yeah, nothing else.
Congratulations, Coach. You did it.
I got my brother lives in Rancho, so I know
Okay.
where Rancho's at, and everything else a little confusing. Jordan, my apologies. San Diego product.
You don't learn quick.
Jordan was here when we got here. Is playing his best football in the 2 seasons we've been here. Is playing his best football over the last month and a half, and really coming on as a tailback for us. John, and I said this before, and I'll say it again: how hard they played on Saturday night was a little overwhelming for Stephen F. Austin. As the young folks say, Stephen F. Austin didn't want their smoke on Saturday night. Didn't want to put up with how hard they were playing. opinion. Defenders want guys that are going to take the football and look for a patch of grass to lay down on. Lay down somewhere so we can get you off the field. And these guys wouldn't do it the other night. A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Lot of fun to watch. I'm really excited and proud and optimistic of our run game over the last month.
Yeah, agreed, and well-deserved, well-earned from the O-line, but especially by the backs running the rock. So we're going to go in the order they were introduced. We're going to talk to Targhee Lambson. Targhee, welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
No, man, thank you for being here. Let's get to know you a little better. Where's home?
Spanish Fork, Utah.
Spanish Fork.
Spanish Fork, yo.
The Dons of Spanish Fork?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. All right, I'm going to write that down so I don't mess it up. Spanish Fork. That's incredible. So Spanish Fork back in the olden days, back when I was in high school, was in the region with the Cedar City Redmen. And so we would have to travel up and play Springville, Spanish Fork, Payson, all those. So I've been up to Spanish Fork, beautiful area.
Yeah.
And then from high school, give us your journey, how you made it here to SUU.
Yeah, so I went to Timpview High School. I started off my freshman year at Spanish Fork High School, transferred in my sophomore year, played all 3 years.
At
varsity.
Timpview?
Yes, sir, at Timpview High School. And then played 2 years at Snow College, and then now I'm here playing for the Thunderbirds.
Fantastic, man.
Yes, sir.
What are your special talents? What can you do? What's your deal? Bring the people, the listeners into your life here.
I don't know. I'm pretty good at sports. I like basketball.
Okay.
I played rugby. I like rugby a lot too.
All right.
I like playing video games a little bit.
What's your game?
Madden or 2K. So mostly sports games.
That seems right. That seems right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's really it.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
What are you studying? You've been in college now, junior college for 2 years.
Right.
Here at SUU. What's your line of study?
Psychology. I'm a psych major.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. And after the football's done, whether that's sooner or later, whatever, what do you plan on doing?
I plan on being a therapist.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We need a lot of those.
Right.
Yeah, I need one.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So let me know in a few years.
We'll shout out. Yeah. A little later.
Yes, sir.
That's phenomenal. Let's see. What other questions do the people need to know? Oh, what's your you got a Rockies hat? You a Rockies fan?
Not really.
It's just
Not
a
really.
dope hat?
Yeah, just a dope hat.
All right, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
What sport athlete do you look up to and try to be like?
Ooh, that's tough. There's a lot of them, but I would probably say Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why would you pick Kyrie? What about him makes you excited to be like him?
I just like how he makes plays, and off the field as well. Just his mindset towards just life and just the game itself, and just being a good person. That's something I really look at.
That's fair.
Yes,
He's a
sir.
smooth player.
Yeah, smooth player.
And you're smooth too.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, great. That's fantastic. What was your favorite service project you've done in college so far? Given the people service, what one's been what's stuck out to you?
I would say, well, I wouldn't say in college, but in high school, we'd always go to the seniors' house and go talk to them and keep them company. So, in college, nothing really stood out to me like that. But high school, yeah, I'd say
so far.
So far in my
Targhee
life.
hadn't been here spring yet.
Yeah,
That's right.
So I haven't been there yet.
We did
I got it.
We
I
did
got you.
2,500 hours last spring. So
I'm gonna learn.
You'll get a whole belly full of it this spring.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
But I like the answer. The answer was honest and true, and
Yeah.
you like spending time with those folks and brightening their day.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's Targhee Lambson, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate you.
Braedon Wissler, you've been here for a while. You've been on the show before. Welcome back. Let's kind of talk about Braedon Wissler and let the people into your world. We're going to have similar, because there's three of you, we only got so much time. We're going to kind of keep it on the same track. But let's talk about your special talents. I know you're a hell of a football player, but outside of that, what are you into?
Yeah, I actually just recently started playing the guitar.
Cool.
Yeah, so kind of learned how to play the acoustic guitar. I'm really into country music, so trying to learn some songs, self-teaching.
Self-teaching?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I took guitar lessons when I was young for the electric guitar. But acoustic's a little different, so just trying to figure that out. I'd say that's one of them, and then just like Targhee, video games is always fun.
You a Madden guy too, and the 2K and all that? Okay,
yeah,
awesome. And what's a player that you look up to that you pattern your life and your game by? Or you can just say who's your favorite player. That's fine too.
Well, a little bit of both. I'd say Christian McCaffrey
Yep.
is definitely one that I look up to.
Yep.
I just love the way that he plays. I love how hard that he runs. I've watched him since high school.
Did you play against him,
No,
Christian?
no, yeah, he was a little older than I was, but I just remember being him playing them back in the day.
Yeah,
and so
I remember that too.
Yeah, so I've seen him since high school, and just hearing things about him and just his character off the field.
Yeah, I should have put it together that he's a little older than you. That's my bad. And then what about you? You're studying
Psychology
as well.
Yep.
And let's do a quick highlight of a professor that you like or a class that you like, and why.
I'd say probably my experimental analysis of behavior.
Okay.
I just think it's very interesting. Like we deal a lot with like why kids do certain things, and like basically like a lot of parenting stuff. I feel like is a lot with it
Relevant
too, and
there.
yeah, like figuring out like good ways to discipline your kids or to help them learn, to help teach your kids, and so I feel like it'll be really helpful for the future.
Yeah, that's nice. I know the discipline style that me and Coach got, the back of the hand. That's what we got. But there are better and other ways to do things, and it's cool to study that and see how that might affect the youth. So appreciate you. Thanks for being on the show. Jordan Jefferson from Moreno Valley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your journey. How'd you find Cedar City?
Well,
Or how did Cedar City find you?
I was here I got here during my first year during the demo, where Demo was head coach during the COVID 2020.
And is he who recruited
Yeah,
you?
he's who recruited me out of high school.
Got it.
So yeah, and then during COVID, I got here, had the COVID year that happened, and then unfortunately he didn't last long during my era here, and then we got in Coach Fitz.
And you went, oh, great.
I was hoping he could change the program around, put me in a position to where I could be a great football player.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
On your way.
Absolutely. And look, 10 games, 10 wins, and hopefully 11 in the last 2 years. As far as turnaround goes, I think that's like that box has been checked. So it's good. It's good to be have some diversity, right? And be able to just see different coaches, different styles, and then try to figure out how to be your best. I bet it's a different when you get recruited from somebody and then they go.
Yeah.
It's a different story, but it's your story.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your special talents. What do the people need to know about Jordan Jefferson?
I don't really have no crazy special talents. I like to play video games also.
Yeah.
Targhee don't want to play me in Madden yet.
Oh, he don't want that smoke?
Or FIFA. He claims he's good in FIFA too, but he don't want to play me yet.
The
so
original
obviously
FIFA, I would dominate everyone in this whole county, but that was many moons ago. That was back with like the old, like never mind, it's too old. So you like the video games? You play the sports video games as well? You
Yes,
play any
sir.
of the shooters or anything like that?
Right now
Call
I've
of
been kind
Duty?
of getting into like Fortnite and
Okay.
Rainbow Six.
Okay,
Siege.
that's fun. Yeah, that's good stuff.
So yeah, that's pretty much the only two other shooter games that I'm probably playing.
And then what about class? What about school? What are you studying, and what do you like about your line of study?
So I'm majoring in communication, which is basically kind of like a lot of presentations is what I'm doing right now in my
Okay.
stage of communication. Just learning how to talk to people, learning how to broadcast, learn how to talk to different people from different cultures and things like that.
Excellent.
And hopefully being like a communicator with other people and teaching people
I like
different
that.
lifestyles.
Excellent. Who's your favorite professor so far?
College wise,
Yep.
I don't know. College wise, I haven't really had like too much of a like hands-on professor, but
Okay.
high school, like I had a high school teacher named Mr. Mosley and Mrs. Hill. Mrs. Hill actually came to a game a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I had her as a teacher, and she just taught me like a lot of the adult life and college life, what comes after football and after high school, of the things that's important. And Mr. Mosley also was a mentor to me as well, and I still talk to him to this day. And it's just those two who just had that special bond and just taught me things other than football that they knew I was going to have in the
For
rest of
sure.
my life.
It seems like ladies and gentlemen, a great teacher, whether you're high school, elementary, college, can have a big time impact on a young person's life, and that's cool. That's a testament to your teachers that they would even follow up with you now that you're
to this day.
Yeah, that's excellent. So, hey, shout out Jordan Jefferson's teachers. They made an impact on a young man. That's great.
Targhee, who's your favorite professor here?
I would say Dr. Orr, my psychology teacher.
That's
Excellent.
twice. That's twice for Orr, I think, too.
Yeah, Orr's
great.
a good guy. Yeah.
It's twice.
Fantastic. Well, we love to highlight the staff on the show because, look, you guys are student athletes. Student comes before the athlete in that title. And look, there's a lot of work that goes into education. There's a lot of work that goes into the curriculum that we're trying to I don't work here, but that the university is trying to prepare these young men to be great citizens, great men, great fathers, great brothers in their future careers, so they can help contribute to this great society we live in. So, shout out those professors and the teachers there in Moreno Valley. That has been, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? One last thing before we go. What is your favorite thing about Cedar City? What do you like to do? What are some things? We'll go backwards this time. We'll end with you. Jordan, what do you like to do in Cedar?
My favorite thing, well, I actually have been to Bryan Head.
Yeah,
and
good.
I've actually picked up like kind of snowboarding. I'm not the best at it, but
sure.
I've tried it and been up there in the snow. I'm not too much of a snowy person, so.
but Bryan Head's a good time?
I'll try to get out my comfort zone and go to Bryan Head for a good time.
I like that. What about you, Braedon?
Yeah, just like Jordan said, Bryan Head is always fun. It's so pretty up there. Just going up, seeing all the views. Love the golf course here. Golfing is always fun.
Me too.
That may be a favorite of our program. Mm-hmm. Maybe the first football program I've been around where you go to the golf course and there's always guys there.
I always see guys at the golf course. That's
always.
Good. They're out. They're out in nature. They're breathing the fresh air. They're participating in a game that uses a lot of mental fortitude.
Y'all see him light up when you start talking about golf.
Sorry, yeah,
hey, brought
I do.
Up golf, he just takes it all.
No, it's true.
Welcome to the Jon Smith Golf Show.
That could be a future thing. We need to look into that, Regan. Anyway, awesome. What about you, Targhee? Cedar City, what do you like?
I would say definitely just the nature of it, just the mountains. If you're not from Utah, these mountains are crazy. You got to come out here and see them. And also just the fishing as well. I like going down to San Hollow.
Yeah.
It's not really in Cedar City, but just the
it's
surrounding
an area.
areas.
Yeah.
Newcastle as well. So
Newcastle
definitely the fishing.
Reservoir, you bet.
Yes, sir.
Into fishing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have great young men representing your football team. I'm grateful that these three guys could come be with us today and be our Visit Cedar City Bryan Head student spotlights. Braedon Wissler, Targhee Lambson, and Jordan Jefferson. Guys, thanks for being on the show.
Appreciate you.
We got one more week left, Coach. We got another game coming up. It's just another game, another week to be excellent. Let's preview Utah Tech.
Yeah, in the words of Devin Dixon, the feud on 15.
The feud on 15.
Yeah,
hey, I
catchy.
like it. Yeah, that's pretty
catchy.
Nice. I'll put my stamp of approval on that, Mr. Devin Dixon.
Yeah. We're playing a team that's 45 minutes south of us on Saturday evening at 5 p.m. Should be a good football game. Two teams, John, that play extremely hard. They're well coached and they got good young men in their football program also, and that they've played hard. Every film that you pull up, they're playing really, really hard. We're excited. We're excited about the matchup. Excited to be able to go down there after not playing well there last year.
Right.
After not being successful there last year, with a chance to go down there and redeem ourselves, and we're pretty excited about that. John, you may want to ask these three young men, what's this week mean to them? But just an overall view of their program. It's quarterback that started games there for 3 straight years, 2 receivers that are really good football players, an offensive line that plays hard, running backs that play hard, that they are extremely respectable on offense. Flip over on defense, and they have 2 defensive ends that I really, really like. Their D tackles and linebackers play really, really hard. That number 21 for them is one of my favorite linebackers in the conference. And then their DBs are running around and playing extremely hard, and they're making tackles. Austin Peay's playing for the conference championship this week. In the fourth quarter last week at Austin Peay, they're down 7 points with a chance to tie the game or take the lead. So they're that good. They're as good as anyone in our conference.
Yeah.
The kicker, the lefty, is a good football player. Their punter's a good football player. John, not a lot of weaknesses in that football program.
Yeah, they've shown it in kind of bits and pieces. I think they beat Northern Arizona pretty handily, and then Northern Arizona beat Montana, and then Montana's in the top 5 in the country. It's crazy how at any given week you might catch somebody's best effort. They might catch lightning in a bottle, and that's kind of the division of football, FCS, as well as our conference. Any given Saturday.
That's right.
You got to be prepared, right?
That's right.
So.
I got a lot of respect for their coaching staff. James Calzer, the defensive ends
That's
coach.
right.
He's one of us.
One of our all times.
So, yeah, he's one of us. He's a Thunderbird through and through.
He's wayward right now, but he's down coaching for that other team. But yeah, he needs to figure it out. But I love James Calzer. Shout out Cows.
He's the FCS expert in the state.
Yeah.
He's all 3. Played here, coached at Weber.
That's
coached
right.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he's got it covered.
Doing a nice job. Not surprising. Not surprising. They're really good at defensive end because
Cyrus
he's coaching
Webster.
them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Great guy. Man, anything else you want to talk about? We gotta wrap. I know you've got a schedule that you gotta.
John,
to
we're
follow,
the hottest
but-
team in the country.
Yeah, baby.
We're the hottest team in the country.
5 out of 7,
Hey,
3 in a row.
Got people watching the Jon Smith football podcast.
We have at least 10 people watching.
hey, tens and tens of people watching.
Tens of people.
John, we've won 3 straight, so we're streaking. Football program streaking. We've won 4 straight. Beaten 4 straight Texas teams. We've won 3 straight this year. We've won 4 of our last 5 of our last 7. Lot of fun right now. A lot of fun right now to be a part of this football program.
Coach, I think that you said it perfectly. I got nothing else to add. For Coach DeLane Fitzgerald and Targhee Lambson and Braedon Wissler and Jordan Jefferson, I'm Jon Smith. That's a wrap. Go T-Birds.
Go Thunderbirds.